Salmon enchanted evening, you might be on Whidbey. I love the title of this event. Thank you for inviting me. I'm going to open with one of my favorite Gordon Lightfoot songs. When I woke up this morning, something inside of me told me this would be my day. I heard the morning train, I felt the wind change. Too many times and I'm on my way. Well, come on, sunshine, what can you show me? Where can you take me to make me understand? The wind can shake me, brothers forsake me. The rain can touch me, but can I touch the rain? And then I saw the sunrise above the cotton sky, like a candy light. I saw the milkman, I saw the businessman, I saw the only road in sight. And then I got to thinking, what makes you want to go? To know the wherefore and the why. So many times now, oh Lord, I can't remember if it's September or July. Well, come on, sunshine, what can you show me? Where can you take me to make me understand? The wind can shake me, sisters forsake me. The rain can touch me, can I touch the rain? And then at once it came to me, I saw the wherefore, and you can see it if you try. It's in the sun above, it's in the ones you love. You'll never know the reason why. Well, come on, sunshine, what can you show me? Where can you take me to make me understand? The wind can shake me, brothers forsake me. The rain can touch me, can I touch the rain? So much to lose and so much to gain. Well, I hope you are all. I am actually recording this on the hot Monday, the hottest day of the year, maybe the century, in our community and in our region. This song probably fits this moment, and also our evening of focusing on the water and the good work of the Whidbey Watershed Stewards. This is for those of you who have been to my performances. Usually I really like it when people sing along, and I want to encourage people to sing and engage in music as much as possible, because it's one of the things that can get us through these challenging times. So this next song is Wade in the Water, and you might know it, and if you don't know it, you'll know it by the end of the song. Probably most of you are on Zoom, so you can just mute and sing your little hearts out. And I rewrote the words for the verses. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. That's your part. Again, wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. The rains are coming in too light and slow. Wade in the water, beverage that gives and gives. Wade in the water, taking up space where the fish try to live, and God's gonna trouble the water. Salmon's running slim in our rivers today. Wade in the water, too warm for swimming. They just die in the fray, and God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. Well, God's gonna trouble the water. A mighty storm is looking like it's coming our way. Wade in the water. The last one took that town by the bay, and God's gonna trouble the water. The ocean's heating up by day and by night. Wade in the water. Well, too many changes just ain't looking right, and God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble. Well, God's gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble the water. Yeah, that's for sure. The waters are already troubled, which again is I want to extend my appreciation to the folks who are doing their work with the watershed stewards. We have so many people doing amazing work on this island. Here's a song from Janice Stanfield. There's a tiny piece of paradise on Whidbey, where gentle people come from far and wide. They come to hear the music that is burning in their souls. They come with open hearts and open minds. There's a tiny piece of paradise on Whidbey, where instead of harps the angels play guitar. No one cares about your day job or the price tag on your car, so you're free to be exactly who you are. And you'll sleep upon the bosom of your mother, and you'll realize what loving friends are worth. These streets of gold may look like dirt to others, but I know that I found heaven here on earth. If you get there feeling shy and kind of different, in no time at all you'll feel like you belong. If you're hungry, there's a neighbor who has plenty, who will gladly share it all for just a song. The only nights, the only stars that really count are in the night sky. So any rhinestones worn will surely be in vain. You may captivate the crowd, but when you step off of that stage, you'll stand in line to use the outhouse just the same. And you'll sleep upon the bosom of your mother, and you'll realize what loving friends are worth. These streets of gold may look like dirt to others, but I know that I found heaven here on earth. These streets of gold may look like dirt to others, but I know that I found heaven here on earth. It's our magical home on Whidbey Island, which this past year, those of us who live here have been here in place for a long time. So one of the ways that my family and I got through the pandemic was that we made a deal that every time, whenever we sat down to dinner, we all had to come with a joke. So this was, I'm going to share one of my favorite ones. Okay, so, well, most of you, well, maybe some of you, I'll just say some of you may have taken part in the senior hours that Trader Joe's offered in other stores as well. So here was a long line in this during the senior hours at Trader Joe's of older adults waiting to get in to do their shopping. And so this young guy tries to get in line, and an older woman like looks at him and then takes her purse and whacks him and says, "Get out of here. You don't belong here. Just get on. Go away." And so the kid kind of slumps back, gets some courage, comes back to the line, tries to get in another spot. And this older man there with a cane whacks him and says, "Get out of here, you whippersnapper. What do you think you're doing? Just get out. Get." So the kid slinks back again. Then he gets his courage up and he comes back to the line and he says, "Look, none of you are getting in here unless you let me unlock that door." So those of you who are songwriters have probably also come up with your fair share of original songs to kind of explain or process. Maybe you're a poet or visual artist, whatever way we have to express some of the things going on, I think is really important, she says, as an expressive arts therapist, or music therapist, really. So here's my music therapy, and this is my learnings from the pandemic. There's so much turbidity in this water, in this mixed up, churned up world. When it all settles down, we'll drink it up anyhow. In stillness, dust settles far from the rest. In stillness, we learn what we'd rather forget. The wind, it whips and whirls around me with fury and honesty. I sail up to catch a ride. Now the wind and I, we fly. In stillness, I ride above the divide. In stillness, I can see to the other side. If the ocean is a body that breathes like you and me, from high to the lowest tide, trying just to survive. In stillness, we face truth in spite of our pride. In stillness, we see the wave we must ride. In stillness, so much to be seen when we just stop. So I'm going to move over to the piano, which isn't too far, thankfully, And I have a Greg Brown song that I like to dedicate to children who are struggling all over the world, and definitely at our borders and in our schools. Some of the kids who have been struggling and been empowered by the work that they've done at the Watershed Project. To the children. Wash my eyes that I may see. Yellow return to the willow tree. Open my ears that I may hear. River running swift and clear. Please open my eyes. Please open my ears. Wash this world that is one place. It wears a mad and fearful face. Let the cruel raging cease. Let these children sleep in peace. Please wash this world. Please let these children wash this world. Please let these children sleep in peace. So when my husband and I moved here back in the early 90s, well before our children entered the schools, I heard about this amazing teacher named Renee Neff and the incredible work that she was doing. And I miss her. I know we all do. And we have so much on this island that is a result of her incredible work. And so I want to dedicate this next song to Renee. And it's from my new album. To Renee. Waking up in the morning light, new day in her eyes, colors glow in a sky that knows as a voice inside of her spoke. It said, rise up like a mountain high, don't stop, just go. You can fly, soar like an eagle rising true. The fire in your spirit is calling you. She is easing into her day and she reads what the papers say. Scans the lines looking for some truth in a world that's black and blue. stories just repeat. Hard not to feel defeat. She feels the fire, the flames they grow, and she calls forth others that know. They say rise up like a mountain high, don't stop, just go. You can fly, soar, your wings can carry through to the fire in your spirit that's calling you. She knows she must now make a move. Trees burn and we all lose. Children crying at our gates are hungry as they wait. Well, Jesus, Buddha, and others of faith call us to be brave. She kneels to pray with a heart that's full as she steadies her response to that pull that says rise up like a mountain high, don't stop, just go. You can fly, soar, the full moon rises too. The fire in your spirit is calling you. She will rise. Rise up like a mountain high, don't stop, just go. You can fly, soar, the full moon rises too. The fire in your spirit is calling you. Rise up like a mountain high, don't stop, just go. You can fly, soar, the full moon rises too. The fire in your spirit is calling you. And Renee certainly had a fire in her spirit. So I've tried to pull out as many river water songs as I could. This next one is also from my album, my new album. Oh, what new album, you say? It's called On the Journey, and it came out in last December. And it's available on all the main, places where you can buy iTunes, Amazon, and you can also get it streaming. So you can have a listen. On the Journey, that's what it's called, and this is one of my songs on it. Sit by the river and watch the water flow. It beats against the logs, then takes them in tow. Moving down and around this hallowed ground, this keeping on inspires me as we all carry on. Run, run, river, run wild. The heart of this river beats for everyone. Run, run, run. The river flows on with soft, gentle tears, calling for us to swim in her fears. At the water's edge, feel change in the air. Wind, then fire, and forest laid bare. Run, run, river, run wild. The heart of this river beats for everyone. Run, run, run. Each passing year a little warmer than before. Salmon struggle in the heat, banged up and sore. Food that was plenty is faded or gone. These changes bring an eerie dawn. Run, run, river, run wild. The heart of this river beats for everyone. Run, run, run. Take in run, river, run. Help the salmon run too. So another one of my favorite singer-songwriters is Holly Near. And this song has a sing-along part. I feel like it embodies some of the work to change that we need to be doing these days. Every little bit counts. So I'll sing the chorus twice, and by then you'll have it. And then just join me when I'm on the chorus. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Your turn. I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. There is hurting in my family, and there is sorrow in my town. There's a panic all across the nation, and there is wailing the whole world round. But I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. May the children see more clearly, and may the elders be more wise. May the winds of change caress us, even though it burns our eyes. Well, I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty oak to hold my confusion, and give me a desert to hold my fear. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder, and give me an ocean to hold my tears. Well, I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us. So lift me up to the light of change. Yeah, lift me up to the light of change. You sounded beautiful, and I love those harmonies you threw in. So keep it up. This is a song, another one on my album, for my grandmother, Vivian. sits all night in the dimmest of light, whittling away the ache in her hands. One pearl, two knits, cable, cable, pearl. Her fingers know the lay of the land. A bride at 16, but young at heart, she loved her man more than a lark. But the money he made took him miles away. She held down the farm and the moving carts. With her labor of love, her gift from above, her strong, kind hands just understand the threads of life are connected to light and guide us through our darkest night. In the light of day, while the young ones played, she could no longer keep those jobs at bay. Chop wood, bake bread, and work the farm. She just kept on, come what may. Stitching out tight, but try as it might, couldn't save young George in the dead of the night. Oh, the pains of life hitting hard in the heart. Her empty arms reached for the light. With her labor of love, her gift from above, her strong, kind hands just understand the threads of life are connected to light and guide us through our darkest night. Bam-ba-dee-boo-doo-dum, ba-dum-ba-dee-boo-doo-dum, ba-dum-ba-dee-boo-doo-dum, ba-dum-ba-shee-boo-doo-dum, ba-dum-ba-dee, bam-bam-bam-ba-dee-boo-doo-dum, ba-dum-ba-dee-boo-doo-dum, ba-dum-ba-dee-boo-doo-dum. In the still of the night, with the soft glowing light, her loving hands made wondrous delights. A sweater, a scarf, a patterned hat, her fingers flew as stitches took flight. With her labor of love, her gift from above, her strong, kind hands just understand the threads of life are connected to light and guide us through our darkest night. And guide us through our darkest night. So, this woman walks into a seafood restaurant and she's carrying a big fish under her arm. She says to the waiter, "Hey, do you have fish cakes here?" The waiter said, "Well, sure." She said, "Good, because it's his birthday." I hope you're laughing at these. I still laugh whenever I because I love jokes. Anyway, they make life doable. As does music and incredible songs. And this is another Holly Near song. Can you call on your imagination as if telling a myth to a child? Put in the fantastical, wonderful, magical, add the romantic, the brave and the wild. Once upon a time there was a power so great that no one could know its name. People tried to claim it and rule with it, but always such arrogance ended in shame. Thousands of years would pass in a moment, hundreds of cultures would come and go, each generation with a glorious calling, even when they were too busy to know. Then one day after 2 millennia, which after all is a small part of time, hundreds of souls found their way out of nowhere to be on earth at the threat of decline. Well, let's all go. They moved as one being, even though each would arrive here alone. They promised to work in grace with each other to brave the beautiful planet called home. There was no promise that they could save it, but how exciting to give it a try. If each one did just one thing beautifully, complex life on earth might not die. And so they arrived in a spectrum of colors. The population on earth did explode. Some themselves in front of disaster. Others slowly carried their load. Some adopted small girls from China. Some lived high in the branches of trees. Some died as martyrs. Some lived as healers. Some bravely walked with a dreadful disease. They mingled among each class and each culture. Not one of them could be identified, but together they altered just enough moments to help the lost and the terrified. To step outside of our egos and our bodies, to know for once that we truly are one. Then quickly we would forget to remember, but that's okay, their job was well done. And Earth went on for another millennium. Now it's time for my song to end. This magical story of hope and of wonder invites you all to wake up and pretend to be fabulous creatures sent from the power, souls that have come with one purpose in mind, to do one thing that will alter the outcome, and maybe together we can do it in time. And can you call on your imagination as if telling a myth to a child? Put in the fantastical, wonderful, magical, add the romantic, the brave and the wild. The souls are coming back. The souls are coming back. The souls are coming back. And we need them. We need all the souls we can get. And we need all the jokes we can get. So here's my last joke for the evening. Let's see. I'm going to do all my ums at one time. Okay, so this guy is driving down the road, and a cop stops him. A cop looks in the back of the truck and sees a bunch of penguins. The cop says, "Hey, what are those penguins doing back there?" The guy says, "Well, yeah, they're penguins. They're my penguins. They're my penguins." The cop said, "I don't think so. You take those to the zoo right now." The guy says, "Okay." So he leaves. The next day, the same guy is driving down the road. The same cop stops him. The cop looks in the back of the truck, and the same penguins are there. Only this time they're wearing sunglasses. And so the cop says, "Hey, I thought I told you to take those to the zoo." And he said, "I did. I took them to the zoo. And today I'm taking them to the beach." Okay. This is a song made famous by Josh White Sr. way back in the Depression, but with all the food scarcity these days, it still rings true. And it has a sing-along part. Wait for it. But definitely join in. Find an eating place in town. He read the menu through and through to see what 15 cents could do. One meatball, that's the chorus. One meatball. He could afford but one meatball. He told the waiter near at hand the simple dinner he had planned. The guests were startled, one and all, to hear that waiter loudly call, "One meatball, one meatball. This here gent wants one meatball." The little man felt ill at ease. "Some bread, sir, if you please." The waiter hollered down the hall, "You gets a no bread with one meatball. One meatball, one meatball. You gets a no bread with one meatball." gets a no bread with one meatball. One meatball. One meatball. He gets a no bread with one meatball. Poor guy. I have one more song for you, also on the new album. Thank you to the Whidbey Watershed Stewards for inviting me to be part of this event and for all the great work that you all are doing. And take this song, my final song for you tonight, again on the journey. And if you're interested in any of my work or my performances, you can check out my website, barbaradunn.com. May the sun rise gently and light you on your way. May the love in your heart fill each moment of your day. May the waters run clear. May the mountains stand strong. And until we meet again, I will hold you in my song. May you feel safe within you and along your walk in life. May you love who you are even on the darkest night. May your body and mind find a well deep within, filled with courage to continue or begin. And together we'll journey on this earth we call our home. May we love it as we each call it our own. May the waters run clear. May the mountains stand strong. And until we meet again, I will hold you in my song.